Well, hello, everybody. My name is Grace Simon. I am the founder of the New Doors Mentorship and Coaching Group. I'm a certified coach, speaker, trainer with the John Maxwell Group. I'm a founding member to Dr. Robert Cialdini's Institute. He is the godfather of influence. I'm a certified NLP practitioner and an incredible part of an incredible licensed company called Empowered Living with Paul Martinelli, who grew the John Maxwell Mentorship Group and others like John's to over billion-dollar companies. And I have had the incredible privilege of being mentored and coached one-on-one with Paul over the past few years. And one of the greatest things that I am just so eternally grateful for being mentored and taught by Paul is the study from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I couldn't have imagined a few years prior to have ever taken myself into this journey of thinking and growing rich. I have been in the field of sales for 20 years. I've been growing my real estate career for the past 17. I've witnessed and experienced many different markets and economies. And through my experience, I have shifted my focus to helping salespeople, to helping salespeople sell, thrive, and to live a fulfilled life. I am teaching globally on this empowerment because I'm so passionate about it, because of what I have gone through, what I have learned in the area of sales, in the area of entrepreneurship, in the area of growing my business. I know my successes, and I also am very aware of my struggles. While I was growing in being an expert in my field and learning to grow a business and taking care of family and growing my influence and being a leader, I've come to know a lot of things about myself. And this is what I've learned the most. What I've learned the most is that my biggest struggle was myself. It wasn't the economy, not others in the business, not my clients, not the type of houses I sold or the communities that I sold in. No, it wasn't. My struggle was my own belief in how I made money, how I grew money, and my relationship with money. And I needed to learn how not to live from transaction to transaction mindset. A few years ago, I was introduced to being mentored through a mastermind for Napoleon Think and Grow Rich with Paul. And, the first time I signed up to be a part of this program under Paul, I felt guilty. I really didn't want people to know that I was taking such a course, that I was signed up to study and be mentored in anything called Think and Grow Rich. I didn't want people to think that I had a love for money or it was like that important to my life. It's so silly, right? But that's where I was and now I'm a studier of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I'm a mentor, I'm a teacher of Think and Grow Rich because of the fact that this book, this study, this mastermind has changed my life. It's changed my outlook and my perception and everything about the way that I see money, love money, do money, grow money, have money. This book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, it's not based upon fiction. It's based upon facts. It's based upon facts. And it really helped me to get really clear with my purpose, helped me to create a vision to enter into the mission to come alive and what it was that I was doing, why I was doing it, who was I doing it for. September 5th at 7:30, I am launching live for those who register for 5 weeks to spend time with me for 5 weeks in a mentorship group. And I want you to join it with me. I'm going to invite you to come and be a part of something that is super powerful. As it changed my life, I believe that it can change yours. I always get excited for launching a program or an intensive mastermind, whatever it is. I get excited because I know that I'm setting others up, but I'm setting myself up for an intensive to go higher, to expand my awareness, to grow, which is always so fun and so rewarding. And so this is not like anything else. I am super excited to launch it for you, but also for me, and knowing the effect that it has in being in a mastermind with people that are hungry for their growth. They're hungry to meet their goals. They're hungry. They're hungry to develop their business and their skills and to understand principles like these principles in this book that will help them to grow in abundance, to be rich, to have something to help others, to have something to grow others, to have something to make change in the world. And we certainly live in a world that needs help changing, don't we? Whatever it is that you're wanting to pursue and do for your life, this book is really a great door opener for it. You know, a few nights ago, I was going over my notes and rereading and studying for our upcoming course. I think I've done this study now 6 times. I think this is my 6th time going through it. And my mentor Paul, he has his book that he's studied over the past 20 years. Now it's probably 25 years at the time when I met him. It was just under 20 years. So he's like 25 years in studying it. And he has to hold his book together with a paperclip. And so I have my book, my study guidebook for Napoleon Hill. And my goal is to one day have to have it clipped by a paperclip because I've read it and studied it so much in my life. And already you can see I have it underlined, different colors, stars, circling, like making a good mess of it, which is absolutely awesome. And I was going over my past notes and looking over my comments and what I put in, where I was when I first began. So I was looking over my notes and I was really taken back. I was really taken back from where I was when I first began this journey. I was like, wow, I remember that. I remember that. I remember being like that. I couldn't see what was wrong with my belief. I couldn't see why I had, or even that I had I didn't even realize that I had a bad relationship with money. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. In the author's preface of this book, he talks about a secret. It's a secret to how people have made fortunes for more than 500 exceedingly wealthy men who have been carefully analyzed over a long period of years. I think it was over 20 years that they were analyzed, so over 500. And he talks about this secret. He talks about the secret being made known to you and me, the reader, and how it will appear to those who are reading and studying this book. He says that the secret will appear to those who are ready to receive it. To those who are ready to receive it. This magic formula that had been put to a practical test by thousands of people in almost every walk of life. Mr. Carnegie's idea of this formula was believed it should be taught in all public schools, in all colleges, and if properly taught, would revolutionize the entire educational system. That's a pretty powerful statement. He said that if this was taught in schools, that the time spent in school would be reduced to less than half. I believe it hasn't been taught in schools because it couldn't be properly taught because most people, like myself, have such a poor way of thinking about money that they could never teach it properly in the first place. So it wouldn't be effective. Because like from my first notes of when I first started doing this study, I had the wrong view of money and I made the first statement, made the declaration that I'm ready. I'm ready to receive the secret. I'm ready to see the secret be revealed to me. I wrote it in my book. I put a date on it. When I read it the other night, I was like laughing because I wasn't I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to receive it. I didn't even I wasn't even ready, like, I wasn't ready to receive it, I wasn't ready to see it. I just wasn't ready, right? I guessed. As I went through the study, I guessed of being able to see the secret. I really didn't know what it was at the time, and every time I read this and engage in the study with being mentored in a group of people who wanna grow, learn, and engage, I have a new awareness and a greater intention. And so the other night, yeah, I was reading through and on line 9, I have my book is a study book, and I go line for line through the mastermind when I'm going through people and for myself. So on line 90 in the author's preface, it says, a peculiar thing about this secret is that those who once acquire it and use it, listen, find themselves literally swept onto success, but with little effort. Can you imagine? A peculiar thing about this secret is that those who once acquire it and use it find themselves literally swept onto success with but little effort. And they never submit to failure again. Oh my goodness, that line enough. That line is enough for you to say, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know what it is to be literally swept on to success with but little effort. Line 95 says, "Oh, and throughout the mastermind, oh, wait, here, sorry, my note says throughout the mastermind, I'm going to be going this line and 9. And I wanted to remind you that, or I wanted to offer to you that for those first 8 people to sign up for this program that's going to be launched September 5th, I'm going to send to you a hardcover copy of your very own hard copy to go line for line with me to write down and start your own personal journey of success and understanding of the secret in this book. So for the first 8 people that sign up to this program, I'm going to personally send this book to you. Send this book to you, sign it, date it, and it be yours. And for the rest of you, you can order your own online and pay for it. But also, I have a free downloadable version that you can have for free with the program. That you can go line for line. You can print it off, but the hard copy is the best copy, and I want to offer that to the first 8 people that do join in with me, because it's really good to go line for line. You have to go line for line in studying this book. It's awesome, right? And when you write in your book, you can go back and see for yourself where you once were, where you once were. If you don't track where you've come from, where you're going, you don't know where you come from. And that's the funny thing. It's the funny thing with this book, and and the secret. And the secret is really about where you're starting from. It's your starting point and your arrival point of where you are and where you're going, and how it will align with where you are right now. Where are you right now? Where are you in your belief and your ideas of where it is that you think that you're going, that you're wanting to go, and how you're going to get there? This study has made fortunes for more than 500 exceedingly wealthy men who were carefully analyzed. And then it's gone on to affecting thousands and thousands to millions and millions of people. Now, not everybody that reads this book gets rich, obviously, but it's studying it, and entering into a group of people wanting more, wanting to engage, wanting to sharpen. In this first chapter, it talks about, in the author's preface, talks about the departure point of thought and vibration, where your thoughts are. Thoughts are things. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. And they shall be known by their fruit. Oh, what? This whole study is all about this. Thoughts are things. And as a man thinks in his heart, they shall be known by their fruit. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are powerful things when they are mixed with a definite of purpose. So we're taking our departure point and learning how to bring it into an alignment, bring it into an agreement, bring it into an energy of agreement and focus and action towards the arrival points, towards the outcome that we're wanting to see in the physical form. But it starts with an idea and learning how to equip yourself, your mind, your soul, your will, and emotion into action in order for it to come about. A formula based upon principles that are facts and not fiction. Wow. There was a time when I wouldn't even think or dreamt about going into a program like this, never mind running a program about Think and Grow Rich. So I want you to think about that. Maybe you might reject the idea of me even saying that, and you hear me say that. Think and Grow Rich. Bah, humbug. Right? That's not me. I'm not into money. Well, you should be into money because money's a tool. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it's the tool to get you to where it is that you want to be in order to influence, in order to grow, in order to transform yourself, your family, and the world around you. So I want to invite you next week. Yes, it's going to be so awesome. I'm going to give a complimentary lesson on the introduction for Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And I'm going to invite you to register and sign up for the start date of September 5th. September 5th, once a week. That's all you have to invest yourself in on a live call with me for 5 weeks. I think you're worth it. And I don't just think you're worth it. I know that you're worth it. And when you take an investment in yourself, in that belief of you're worth it, things start to change. Things grow, they expand, and they accelerate like you never have done before. So I will see you on this platform for my complimentary lesson on the introduction. I hope you have an amazing, incredible rest of your week. Bye for now.